Hi and welcome. This is my August review for Taurus. Now, we have a very interesting start of the month because if you remember last month we finished right at the end of July with a lot of activity in your sign. There was triple conjunction with Mars and the North Node and also Uranus. Now, to start this month, your ruler Venus wants to give her input. So she makes an aspect to all three of these over the first couple of days. So this is great. This will favour love and friendship. It will favour commerce and anything that you have to do paperwork for, because Venus is in that third house. It's a great time to communicate. It's a great time to put some creativity in your self-expression and communication. So this will last for a couple of days, but don't forget that the main aspect between Uranus and the Moon's North Node will last for another 2 weeks in your sign. So this will have a longer term effect. There'll be a lot of changes still coming on for you this month. That Mars energy in your sign of Taurus and in the first house is all about driving you forward and driving you to succeed. But on the 6th, you're going to have 3 days where you might need to just chill out a bit, just step back, because Mars comes up and squares Saturn. Now, Saturn is the great limiter. Saturn is the planet that puts a spanner in the works, so to speak, stops you from progressing, makes you think about things so that you can learn lessons. Now, this will feel like you're trying to drive a car with the handbrake on. It just won't move forward. So it's best to direct your energy into some other pursuit, maybe something creative. Now, on the 7th, there's a little bit of relief because Venus makes an aspect to Neptune, and this will allow you to be a lot more chilled. It's a good day to use your mind in a different way because Venus is in that third house. Maybe some meditation or some kind of spiritual pursuit that will distract you from that Mars energy. It's a very intense and passionate day on the 8th because we have Venus making opposition to Pluto. Now, Venus is in that third house communications. This is a day when you may be a little bit more bold with your communication, maybe a little bit flirty, but just be careful that you don't get involved in anything that you might regret. The other thing with Pluto in this position in the 9th house is that you'll seek satisfaction in new adventures, new experiences. So this is a good time to try new things. Also on that day we have the Sun making an aspect to Chiron. Now, the Sun's in the 4th house, so this is about the past. This is about your past hurts or your past wounds. It's a good time to resolve some of those. And if there's anything that comes up that reminds you of the past, it's a good day to think about that and think how you can do things differently this time. Between the 10th and the 12th we have the Sun making a square aspect of that Uranus North Node conjunction in your first house. Now, this is a time to now make decisions, to push forward. It's not a time for complacency. Make those changes that are necessary before Uranus turns around and makes the changes happen to you. So it's a good time, even if things are going well, to make those changes. Don't wait until things have got so bad that you have to make changes. We also have an aspect between Mars and Neptune on this day. This is a good time to look at the bigger picture, to look at things in a more understanding light, a more compassionate light, and see whereabouts you are in life. And then that will help you to make those changes that you need to make. The 12th is our full moon. This month it's in Aquarius. Now, the moon in Aquarius is detached. It's not as emotional as in some of the other signs, and there's a coolness that goes with it. But also with this full moon, it's applying to Saturn. So this will put limitations on it as well. So this is a full moon where you're better off contemplating and thinking about things maybe on your own rather than getting too involved with things. It'll be hard to express yourself, especially your feelings, under this situation. Also, with the full moon in the 10th house, it's a good time to look at your career, look at your public standing, look at your destiny, which path you're on, and balance that with your home life and where you've come from. This is a good time to reconcile the past and the future. The other thing, we have an aspect between Mercury and the Black Moon Lilith. Now the Black Moon is in the 3rd house and Mercury is in that social house of the 5th. And we have to be careful about what we say because words have hidden meanings, and this is a time when you'll be very good at talking, you're very good at communicating, but it just may be that things will slip out, so you need to be aware of what you're saying and who you're saying things to. On Saturday the 13th, we're going to have 4 days following when Mars can really move into his own. He's making a positive aspect to Pluto. This is a time to transform your will, transform your beliefs, and to start out on a new adventure, because Pluto's in the 9th house. This is a time to be true to yourself, true to your beliefs, and so you need to make sure that they are good and stand up to scrutiny. Now on the 14th we have the Sun making an opposition to Saturn. Now this is going to be a time when things will be tested, because we talked about the full moon, how you need to get balance between your work, your destiny and your past and your home. Things may be tested, things may be put under the spotlight, so to speak, and you need to sort these out. With this kind of aspect, there's also sometimes run-in with authority figures. Maybe someone would put you down or hold you back, and this needs to be overcome as well. So just be mindful of that. Between the 15th and the 22nd, Mercury is very active and we want to have a hand in everything. It's a time when you'll be really busy. Mercury's in the 5th house of socialising, so you'll be taking opportunities of any events or any meetings to go to and really enjoy yourself. It's also, Mercury's in Virgo now, so he's in his element. He'll want to communicate, he'll want to analyse things, he'll want to be practical as well, and be hands-on with things. So this is a time when you can express yourself in a very creative manner, where writing or anything that uses that mercurial skill to its best. On the 24th we have an aspect whereby you'll be able to attract things unconsciously. You won't even have to consciously think about it, because we have Venus making an aspect to Chiron in the 12th house. Now this is good. This could be abundance, this could be a new person that you attract into your life. Now the other part of this aspect is because Venus is in the 4th house, you will also maybe expect things to come back up from the past. Now this could be past hurts or insecurities, and these need bringing out in the open and acknowledging and releasing. Now the other thing that happens on this day is that Uranus, who's in your 1st house and your sign of Taurus, goes retrograde. Now we can still work with the energies when they're retrograde, and for you in this position it's about personal freedom. Now this is an aspect that can be very important to people, but it cannot be done at the expense of others and their freedom. So this is something you can think about over the 5 months that Uranus is retrograde, and then when this planet goes direct again, it'll be time to make more changes. On the 25th you can expect some ego clashes, because the Sun and Mars are making a square aspect, so just make sure that you don't let these get out of control. On the 26th there's better news, because Venus makes a square aspect to the now retrograde Uranus, who's going back to join the Moon's North Node. Now this aspect will lay quiet and dormant for some time while Uranus is retrograde, but will be reactivated later on when Uranus goes direct again. Now while Venus is in this position, this is a good time to draw things to yourself. Use the love and the help of others to make things happen. It's not a time to go alone. This is a time to make use of what you have around you and the people you have around you. On Friday the 27th we have a new moon. This new moon is in Virgo, and it's in your 5th house. So this is the house of fun. This is the house where your creative juices will be flowing. This is the house when you want to socialise and get involved with things, go out and do things. This influence lasts for 2 weeks, so you're going to have a great time. Also, being in Virgo, it's about looking after yourself, looking after your health, so not too much partying for you, and keeping yourself in good shape, because it's about diet, fitness, health and exercise. And with Mercury in this house as well, it's a good time to analyse things and to make the necessary changes to keep yourself in top condition. Now, there's another aspect on this day. This is a square between Chiron and the Black Moon Earth. Now, this may give you thoughts about changing your direction, maybe thoughts about something different that you want to do under this new moon. And if that's the case, then put things into action and get on and do it. But make sure that you're not interrupting your true path or your true mission in life. Don't distract from that with this aspect. I know I said you've got 2 weeks to have fun and enjoy yourself, but on the 28th we do have opposition between Venus and Saturn, so this will curtail your merriment a little bit, and there'll be responsibilities and duties to attend to, but if you get that out of the way, then you can go back to having fun. And then to finish the month, it's a high note because we have Mars and Jupiter coming together. Mars is in that house of finances, so this is a great time to make the most of any opportunities that come your way, any commercial, any business, anything like that, that will give you a boost to your finances. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the August review. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you.